We have reached a unanimous decision.
Milwaukee's Fire and Police Commission reverses a controversial decision and moves to permanently cut ties with a Milwaukee police officer.
From my perspective, it's important to get the decision right.
Tonight, reaction to this rare move and what happens next. It is our big story tonight at 10. Fired, rehired, and fired again. A new ruling by the Fire and Police Commission means Richard Schoen is no longer a Milwaukee police officer.
He was originally fired for repeatedly hitting a handcuffed female suspect in his squad car. His fate has changed course twice over the last week. Our Jeremy Ross explains why the latest ruling is actually upsetting some.
An empty chair rests where Richard Schoen would sit. The former Milwaukee police officer, once fired by his chief, then recently suspended by the Fire and Police Commission, wouldn't hear firsthand he was once again fired.
Well, I was very pleased that they reversed their decision.
Schoen was caught on squad surveillance last year punching a woman who was handcuffed, then dragging her by her hair through a garage.
The decision was rendered.
Schoen's attorney objected to commissioners taking the unprecedented step, reviewing their decision. The commissioners said when they first voted, some guidelines to consider were left out. Upon reconsideration, their decision changed. Alderman Bob Donovan claims the commissioners caved to community groups protesting the officer's suspension last week.
Apparently, it looks like they are succumbing to this kind of outside pressure.
It's not a perfect system, but we're trying to improve it continuously.
While some call this justice, Donovan calls it government by intimidation.
That sets a very dangerous precedent here.
Now, Schoen can appeal today's decision. And speaking of that decision-making process, we expect to learn more about what the commissioners were thinking and their process as early as tomorrow. We're live in downtown Milwaukee. Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Milwaukee's police chief had expressed concern over the Fire and Police Commission reinstating Schoen last week, but tonight he isn't making any public comments. A spokesman for MPD did release a statement that said simply, and we quote, Chief Flynn discharged Richard Schoen from the Milwaukee Police Department on May 2nd, 2012. That's the end of the statement.
Now, it is important to note the commission did not change its decision on Schoen's guilt in any way, simply the level of discipline he will now receive. When asked how commissioners could misunderstand their own